wages, if they control the amount and the set amount that you get, then they control your appetite. So then they control your intake and your outflow. You feel me? This is why America don't want to give blacks reparations. It's deeper than what you think. It's because they know it'll bankrupt America. That's one. Two, if they give niggas the resources, the funds that they need, then after years or centuries later, or let's just say 50 years later, you still have that money because the motherfuckers got a big fine. Them bitches gotta pay. You feel what I'm saying? But long story short, when you get full, you'll then start looking around for other things to do. And then you'll then start walking outside of America into other countries, which might lead you back to where you came from. And if it leads you back to where you came from, and you go there and get, your energy starts boiling, tingling, because you back at the land where you came from, your origins, then you take their money and then build your home back up or establish some connection. Then comes the minerals and the wealth that is there, that they sucking off of, the 1% is sucking off of. You feel me? Because this infested America, they're gonna always fight for this piece of land. They feel like this land theirs. So if they had to pay, they will be outnumbered. And their fear is you having enough. Because if you have enough, then you can build your army. You can build your own air base. You can build your own airstrip. They ain't gonna like that, because if they give you the money, or if you get that amount, or if you reach that amount, then you're gonna start bringing people from outside, inside, and what's been happening outside would then come to light in the inside. Now you can motivate people that's inside to go help the fight over there, clean it up, and then bring them here, and we got a stronger base. We don't have bases as communities. We don't have strong bases. We don't have no base. So they keep you poor. That's why they keep you on a set wage. A lot of people sleeping on the set wage of what they pay you for working these small little restaurants. $15, $20 should have been here paying at these little small McDonald's, Wendy's. They should have been paying that to these little small chains, because these small chains is where you find the most active workers, pulling the most hours, and they putting in a lot of work. So they set your wages to control all that. And if they control all that, like I said, they control your diet. They control the way you pay your rent, the way you buy groceries. They control all that. You don't control that. You're not in control of that. But an unconscious mind would think, oh shit, I got paid. But shit, when inflation is in effect, all of that is gone. Even when inflation is not in effect, that shit is still gone, because it's a set wage. Why the fuck work for someone if you can't tell them the price that you feel like you should be paid? Because you only understand your energy that you're putting into the business of the company. They're just giving you a piece of paper, asking you to see if you qualify to meet just a background standard to work at their company. So their company looks good and look like they hired all employees that are qualified. That's it. They only want their company to look good and look like it's a business for public. So when someone looks at their company, it looks like they got a structured business. But it's all facade and illusion. So this is why they keep 1% or the shadow government or the ones in the shadows controlling the board, this monopoly. This is why they fight so hard to suppress everything that you get. Because if you get enough, those who already are conscious of the games, once they get it, then they can start their fight. Then they can start knocking shit down. And they don't want that. They ain't gonna have that because they gonna run. They don't got nowhere to run and go to. They done fucked up their face card all over the country because they're thieves. They steal everything they get. And they infiltrate all countries. Like they don't get nothing the honest way. You feel me? And there's gonna be someone out there that's like, you know, why you care so much about it? Because I feel like, you know what? It's 2022. All of the things that I'm saying and all of the things that I see other people saying out there, that other people pay attention to, that other people notice out there, it's like someone would say, man, this shit was going on long before you was here. I understand that, and I agree. So that means something. That means if, let's just say, the 3 generations before me or before anyone that sees this video, the things that was happening now, they just advanced because of technology, but it was still going on back then. The things that are happening now had similarities to back then, right? And history repeats itself, and history is something that is shown to everyone who researches it or go out there and find it. So it seems like if these things was going on back then and way before then, that a group of people would have been got together to create a house that was based off strategies that attack to cut off the fact of what's affecting the universe. You feel me? So that means we know what's going on, but we are slow on attacking because we think, and they've created the illusion that you need a lawyer to go get permission to do something or get it passed by a judge to go do something. So they always create these games, these paper games that always gets you to go back to them to let them know about your ideas, what you're doing, how much you're going to be making, how much you think you're grossing, or what kind of community you want to create. It doesn't matter. They always keep you going to their house or their connected system or their matrix. You feel me? So they will never give you enough. They will never put you in power enough. And if you do get a little something, it's going to get to the point to where you get to a point, if you do reach a height, that it's going to seem like it's going to slow up. Because once you reach a certain depth, you start getting noticed by the ones who really control the board. And once they come across it and see it, they're going to make a call and say, slow this down, and hang up the phone to whoever they was talking to. And that's another powerhouse they was on the phone with, telling them to silence or suppress this certain group or this certain person or make sure they don't get here. You feel me? It's all a trap. It's all, they don't want people to really like be on some free will shit. And everyone is granted free will. And if you think that you have free will because you're saying to yourself, oh, I'm not you complaining, bro, or I'm not you thinking about the things that you're saying right now, well, maybe you only view yourself and nothing else. Maybe you're not looking at the world. Maybe you don't care to be a vessel or energy to fix it. Even if you're saying to yourself, you can fix it with just your energy. It's possible. You're a God. You're a goddess. gonna rise to power only to get the power to then start doing all type of notoriety and seducing the ones that got you where you weren't, then you're gonna fall. Because without the people, there are no leaders. Think about it. Whenever people get together to decide on what president or what leader is over a country or that place, people take votes. So why do they go back to the people to decide on who they think is qualified to run the show? So that tells you something. The answers be in plain fucking sight. But I understand, like myself, if you had the right tools, if you had the right camp, you will mold this environment in ways maybe for the better or for the bad. But everyone is molding this world with their energy, with their mind in a way. Because they're thinking. I had someone tell me, man, you being thought too much. Thank you, bro. But he was telling me that in a way of, man, you thinking too much, or you being your thoughts too much, and you're not giving action. How do you figure, bro? How do you figure, man? I'm staying aware. Because somebody's not going to be worried about what I'm worried about. That means to me that they're unaware. They ain't aware. Yeah, those problems are not my problem, but I make them my problems because if you're not humanitarian, you care about other people, and no one is perfect. No one has done things all right. We all have to experience, to mold and shape ourselves. So that means we have to take accountability to say, I don't like this part about myself or this setting or this room. Let me remove myself. Let me change this. Let me change that. So that's taking accountability and being aware of your circumstances and the area and the environment that you are around. So you molding because you're constantly changing. You're constantly shaping it. Infinite mindset, bending the wave. And they don't want you to bend the wave because they're scared of your power. So that tells you something. There's more to you than to them. So ask yourself, what are they scared of? That should send you on an infinite journey of always searching. What are the motherfuckers scared of to want to create the games and suppress the environment and the masses the way that it's suppressed and psychologically controlled, maneuvered. There's things that shouldn't be that are here in the minds of people. The lies are looked at as the truth, and the truth is looked at as a lie. It's crazy. So you got chip minds and Wild Wild West. But it all boils down to we're not making fast enough attacks. We know we can run. We know we can lift. We know we can see. We know we can swing. We know we can shoot. We know we can aim. We know we can study. We know we can read. We know we can track. We know we can sense. We know intuition. We know spirituality. But we're not attacking. So we're not getting rid of the energy that's ruling. The raptors, the meat eaters, the raptors, the blue bloods. When there's nobody attacking them, it's over with. This shit doomed for real. Yeah, you can live your life. Say fuck it. I spent a lot of energy paying attention to that. I can't change it. I won't change it. I don't have enough influence. I don't have enough. I don't have a cult or this big establishment behind me to support the system. So I just give up. Nah, that's the wrong thing. Because if you give up, then the generation that you have, you're gonna then give them the same thing that you was given. But that was the same thing that you was given, and they was given, and who told them gave them that, and that line continues to run. You see what I'm saying? So the storyline doesn't change. Their storyline, their rules, their ever-changing rules are still in effect, and gonna continue to impress those that who are like that, and they're gonna create more generations of these type of people and these type of greedy beings, and they will be the ones that shape and mold the minds of the youth or the ones coming after us. So if you really think about that, if you think about mental health, you know that mental health is important as a being, right? Because if you're not calm at the mind, body, and soul, and you don't feel at peace, then you must remove to gain certain things, right? So mental health is something that the shadow government or the shadow beings or the raptors of this country, the thieves of this country, the fucking bloodsuckers, they focus on the psychological mind. They focus on the mind. News, the display of violence through the news, spreading fear news. Someone might see this and say this is fear news. But all I'm saying and all I'm asking is, I niggas know the game, see the game, know who doing the game, know how to attack the game, want to attack the game. But when the police pull up and pull their guns out, I don't see y'all pulling y'all guns out against them. When there's 10 people in this group who are being harassed by the police, so this 10 people, y'all know y'all ain't did nothing wrong in y'all minds, and y'all actions prove that y'all didn't do anything wrong. But instead, you're being harassed by the people who are meant to control you, who you pay to monitor the community. They come and harass the people, and you guys know y'all ain't did nothing right. These 10 people. If these cops or these group of KKK members or Proud Boys or whoever the fuck they is, stop y'all to be on some bullshit, y'all niggas better shoot back. Y'all niggas better get on their ass. Because y'all wouldn't fuck with nobody, period. So there's no more talking or playing that needs to be displayed to these motherfuckers at all, bro. Like, fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck them. Telling you, fuck the police. You get nowhere with them. You get nowhere with the judges. Because they all in cahoots. They all buddies. They all discuss this shit. You feel me? The police are the shadow government's dog. So they do the whippings when the shadow government want whippings to go out in the street or to the public. It's either with the news or enforce or put pressure on the officers to be more violent, like hyenas, to the community, to spread fear amongst the communities, to go against certain groups, or to suppress certain groups. So you are being played with on all levels and from all angles, and you like, I gotta be cool. Hell no, niggas gotta be something to rise out this bitch. Not only from your own community, because you got some walking souls and a lot of walking dead walking souls and a lot of walking deads, and you gotta be like kind of still still like you got a nigga summarize out here, spiritual summarize, all that. Like niggas like you feel me? It's to the point of what you gotta really say, shh, I wanna hear everything. Because you never know where it's coming from. It can come from up top, Russia, Ukraine. It can come from the side, police. It can come from the other side, the government. It can come from down, the police. And that middle is your community. So shit gotta goddamn, attacks gotta be quicker. They gotta mean something. And they gotta make a statement. They've been doing it. Why y'all scared to make a out loud statement? Oh, okay. Y'all wanna dress how they dress. Act how they act. Talk how they talk. Be in the same rooms that they in. Be having the same conversation with them because they the opposite, but you just want to be in the same room to say you're taking on a big enemy. You're doing it for notoriety. Because if you didn't, because when you see them, you're supposed to slap them to let them know your disrespect was there. They've been doing it for so long. They gonna be doing it for so long. Right? But niggas still going to the teller, filling out slips. When they supposed to be storming that motherfucker, taking everything that's in it. Asking is done. It should have been done. And I can't do it all by myself. I want to just like fucking, and there's nothing wrong with it. I just know what this shit is out here. I know how this shit moving out here. And it seems like the deeper I know and the more I understand, it's sometimes I wish like I didn't even know this shit. Damn, I wish I wouldn't even stumble upon that. Didn't even want to know that. Or experience that. Or find that out. But the community though, it's the community that sleep. The other side woke, cause they the ones got the games going. They the ones that got the games in effect. They understand, and they always understand, and that's the kicker. They understand, they know what's up, they overstand because they the ones did this shit. We understand, we overstand, we see, and we see who's standing on it, right? And ain't nobody pulling out their swords to start cutting this shit. Fuck the pork. Fuck the pork. It's nasty. Parasites. Peace to all the gods and all the goddesses, and those on the journey to being chosen, and all people are chosen.